Imagine a 6'8" African-American man carrying a mentally and physically handicapped girl up a mountain. I got to experience this firsthand when I was climbing up Sharp Top Mountain with one of my guys, Deshaun. He personally picked up a girl named Ellie, who, as I explained before, has mental and physical disabilities, and carried her all the way up to the top of the mountain, which is a 10-mile hike, which is the whole day. And it was a moving experience not only for me, but for all the rest of the leaders at that camp. This shows how two completely different people can come together through Christ. Today, hello, my name is Joseph Cassia, and today I want to talk to you about Young Life Ministry. And simply, I just want to talk to you about how you can volunteer and pretty much how you can change kids' lives in high school. First, I've been a Young Life leader and a 2-time summer staff volunteer, which is spending a month at a Young Life camp and working on, as if you look at the forms here, or the handout here, it says that volunteers such as myself, I was one of the mountain bike volunteers, so I led mountain bike trails, which were about 5 to 10 miles, and I took groups of 10, and it was a cool experience because I got to talk to kids about Christ while doing bike rides, and also it was physically challenging and fun and new, and it was a cool experience. As a Young Life leader, there's tons of cool things. Well, first off, let me just give you a breakdown of what I want to talk about today. First, what Young Life is and why you should volunteer. 2, the old method of getting volunteers and the new method that I'm going to propose. And 3rd, how volunteering is extremely beneficial. First off, Young Life is a very interactive ministry. We go and it started off as a very interactive ministry by just going to where kids are. And it's going to their lunches, going to their sporting events, and being in their life and being someone that you can trust. I personally hated my Young Life leader in high school and did not want to be part of it. I did not want to do anything from it. But personally, I dealt with a lot of struggles in life, and my mom forced me to work at a Young Life camp, and it completely changed my life. Young Life leaders are very active and very passionate, and it does take a lot of time. This is almost like a part-time job. It is extremely challenging, but it has so much reward. It provides so much wealth to the community as well as to these kids. It is changing the way high schools look. So, personally, every week you can see here this fun picture on the handout of a huge group of kids dancing and singing. This is a typical club scenario. Club is every Monday at 7:47, and the leaders plan it out every week, and it is a fun, interactive time where kids get to come and have a great, safe time, and then also hear about Jesus Christ for about 10 minutes at the end. Obviously, if a kid wants to talk more, the leaders are there to help with that. But in no way are we forcing religion. We're just really reading the passage of Scripture and talking a little bit about how it affects their life. Campaigners, the other focus point on that handout, is a more in-depth Bible study that we offer. And I, as well as the other leaders on my team, are capable and willing to get groups of high school teenagers. I have a group of 10 guys that I meet with every other week, and we jump into the Gospel of John. That's what we've focused on this semester. And so it's just a cool way to embrace Christianity in high schools. We also really focus on camp. Camp is an amazing time where we get to bring kids to a place where we feel the gospel is best represented. Camp is, as we put it, the best week of your life because you get to tube, raft, sing, dance, and just have an amazing time. This is the most interactive, fun, awesome trip you can have. And the camp experience also has scheduled time where we share the gospel. Again, it's not forcing it into your throat. It's very your choice, very much so. It's there. Christ is there, but it's not in any way pushing it heavily. So, overall, I wanted to just also talk about the method of how we're getting volunteers right now. Right now it is awesome because colleges are embracing Young Life. And UT is the second biggest college Young Life in the country. University of Texas has a Young Life program that's about 3,000 people big. They have a college team that is actually seeking out college students to try to get them to be leaders. And they also have ministry within to help with college-age students as well. But the one thing that's problemsome with this method is some college students like to act a little crazy and aren't very Young Life leader worthy. So what we like to do now is there's a filter out process. Anyone can be part of that college life experience. As you know, I am a student at St. Edward's, and I am one of the only St. Edward's students that's also a Young Life leader in the Austin area. Because I started off from DC, where I was a Young Life leader, one of 4, now I'm part of a team where it's one of 25. So there's a lot of Young Life leaders in the Austin area. It started off with about 10, and now it's blown up to about 4,000 within the Austin area. But it's growing exponentially, and it is just amazing to see how much work has already been happening in our community. Right now, I feel like if you join and help our ministry, more and more kids can get saved and also see Christ. You do not have to be a Christian to help with this ministry. You have to be a Christian to be a Young Life leader, but you can obviously help in other ways, such as just being a helping hand, listening, and just being a part of the community and being a support. Overall, today I talked to you all about why Young Life is important to our community, how you can be a volunteer and how it is important to be a volunteer, and then also the new method and the old method of how we're getting volunteers. Lastly, I wanted to just say that I met with my area director, Andy Davenport, who is a personal mentor as well as my boss, and I had a personal interview with him to kind of just discuss how he presents Young Life on a daily basis. And he told me that the one thing that really drives home is right on this handout is the mission and the vision. The mission and the vision are very straightforward. We're trying to introduce kids to Christ and give them that opportunity. That's it. We're not trying to say, you must convert, you must do this. We just want to give kids the opportunity to hear Christ, and we would love your help. Thank you so much for listening, and if you have any questions, please ask now.